It's been over 2 years since I bought the M3, and my thoughts and opinions on the ownership of the M3 has changed significantly from the initial purchase to 1 year into owning an M3 and now over 2 years to owning the M3. And I think it's very interesting, so let me share my thoughts with you. And truthfully, if it wasn't for Marcel314, I believe this is how you pronounce your username, saying, "I like the attitude. You bring up a healthy way getting and enjoying a car you love. That isn't about ego and flexing." Well, you do, or you should purchase the car for yourself, not for someone else, just to flex. If you do this, it's going to be a poor decision. Most likely, you're going to hate cars because of that, by getting a wrong car, getting the wrong experience. But thank you very much for pointing that out and essentially coming up with this year 2 ownership video, which I totally forgot about. Many people are probably interested in costs, and to be honest, I'm not going to include costs in this video because they are the exact same as they were last year. Now, the only difference is I didn't have to rebuild my steering rack. In fact, throughout my second year of ownership, I didn't really have to do too much on the M3, well, apart from changing the guibo and the center support bearing, which, to be honest, doing it myself came out to be maybe about €100, probably less than that. But apart from that, the M3 was quite solid. Well, actually, one thing, I had to replace the entire drive shaft, which was €150 used, so it's about €250 in terms of just fixing. Everything else I was able to fix myself. But also, with that being said, I have spent significantly more money than I have spent in my first year of ownership, the M3. Front lip, I'm not sure if we had that in our first year. I don't think we had, but we got new wheels, we got so many more things, the titanium exhaust. I have spent significantly more money on this car in the second year of ownership, or from first to the second year of ownership, compared to the initial first year of ownership. And here comes the experience part, I guess. Now, within my first year of ownership, I had other expenses, such as building the garage, which is still currently in the works, but most of it is already done. But also, this is my first serious sports car. Before this, it was a 335 E92 with the N54. Now, you could also consider this as a serious sports car, huge modding capabilities, but this is the first M. So at the same time, I knew what I was getting, but I didn't know what I was getting. I wasn't too afraid of owning it, but I had this thing at the back of my mind where if things break, it could be very, very expensive. So I was kind of holding back with all of the mods because I wanted to get everything right first go on the M3, which was, I guess, the wrong mentality, because I got this car to keep. So I'm not afraid to play around with it. I'm not afraid to mod it anymore. I'm not afraid to try out different things because I know that if things break, I can always get new ones. And you know, this is how it generally is with cars. You drive it, unfortunately, wear and tear, things break, but it's a car. You can replace it as long as you don't mess up anything major, like, I mean, you can even cut out quarter panels, but you know what I mean. And after over 37,000 kilometers, and what I thought was a purchase that I would only drive on special occasions to film videos with, turned into a daily, which again changed my experience and thought of this car completely. I feel very grateful, very fortunate to be able to own an M3. Never mind being able to sort of daily it, but I'm not gonna lie, getting into just a regular car, not a sports car, feels amazing right now, because dailying the M3 is great. It is amazing. It's awesome. You can do it. You won't have any problems. But the way I have it set up, it can get quite tedious. And it's something that people have been pointing out for a very long time. It's what also this car is very well known for. And I don't think it is a negative of this car. It is a charm of this car, which again, you are accepting when you're getting this car. And the main point, which kind of I want to point out, is the lack of torque on the low end, which again, it is not something negative. So when it comes to the torque aspect and dailying it with the set that I have, well, mainly the titanium exhaust, which I'm referring to, what's annoying is pulling up to the lights every single time in a fast or slow lane, doesn't really matter, and you have a car beside you, it's usually on automatic and whatnot, and they usually just try to race you, and every time you're moving off, and if you have an automatic or, you know, any other car with higher amount of torque, they kind of just tend to sit on my back, which is very annoying. And the only way that I could, you know, push forward even more or accelerate is to accelerate. And if I accelerate with a titanium exhaust, it's very loud, it's very obnoxious, and you can't really do it every single time. And you can tell yourself, or you can tell me, well, why won't you just flip your exhaust or flip the valves on my exhaust? And to be honest, when you flip the valves on the exhaust, it sounds very muted. it doesn't sound good. It sounds quiet, but it doesn't sound good. Unless when you compare it to the exhaust mod which had basically a pure stock exhaust with just the mod on the muffler, which I think is a sweet spot, which I won't be going back to, but this is just, I guess, the reality. Like, think about it. If I want to go to a store that's, let's say, 2 or 3 minute drive, taking out the M3 for 2 or 3 minutes to drive to a store, it feels very tedious. When the car is cold in manual, I'm gonna make a separate video on it, but it is very clunky to drive. Every single time that you have to pull off when the M3 in manual is cold, you have to put it into first gear. Then you have to accelerate slightly. Again, the car is cold. You don't want to accelerate too much. Keep the RPM low. I usually try to keep it below 2, maybe 2,500 RPM when it's warmer. And then you have to go through neutral over to the second. And then to get the third, through neutral over to the third. And usually when I'm pulling out, when the car is cold, there are always people just coming in behind me, sitting on my back. Again, like, it's not safe, but it's also really annoying because I want to accelerate, but at the same time, I don't want more wear and tear on the engine components. And it's rod bearings I'm referring to. So I guess this is the downside. This part of owning the M3 gets tedious, just the low torque and dailying it, because there are many situations where you kind of want to go and you won't go until you get that engine revved up to very high RPM, usually above 3000. But again, just to clarify, this isn't a negative of owning the M3. Like, this is the M3. This is how it was built. You can put on a supercharger to get more torque. You are going to lose that special sound, what I think is, in my opinion, but you definitely should not be looking at the torque and thinking that this is the reason why you do not want to get this car. It's only tedious if you have to take it out for a 2 or 3 minute drive, only to come back when the car is cold. That's when it's really annoying. Also, well, as I've said, driving around city, being stopped by traffic lights, having to move off, and you have people around you trying to race you, it does get very tedious, but that's because of other people. Going back to the discussion on mods, so I wouldn't say that M3 is a very expensive platform to mod, but by no means it is cheap. So on the M3, we have done most of the cheaper mods, and the only mods that we have really left are the more expensive ones, such as the suspension, the plenum, replacing the seats, a carbon drive shaft, and so on. So this is what's leading into the third year of ownership. So the third year of ownership is going to be, I think, really interesting if I put enough mileage on it, because around 160,000 kilometers is when a lot of service gets done. And what I mean by service is the preemptive service. So it's not that you have to replace something, it's that within this kind of kilometer range, the stuff break on the M3. So there are many, in fact. You got the Vanos to take care of the timing chain guides, you have the Vanos spring covers, you have your water pump, you have your thermostat. Many of those things tend to go at about 160,000 kilometers. So if I do enough mileage, oh yeah, also rod bearings are going to have to done again. This will definitely change how I feel about the M3 platform, with so many more expensive mods, mostly just expensive mods left, as well as a lot of maintenance. And it started raining massively, so we're inside of the M3. The upgraded LED lights obviously light me up so you can have a better quality. But I guess the main thing which I will try to concentrate within the year 2 leading up to year 3, if we get a new car, I doubt we're going to have to do all those services. If we do, it's going to be over winter, which is almost up to the third year of ownership. But maintenance and 1 or 2, maybe 3 more expensive mods if we are going to get another car. Obviously, more funds are going to have to go there. But what I mean by maintenance are just the very basic things. On the undercarriage of the M3, there are a few kind of rusted bolts because of the chemical reaction between 2 metals. So I want to come up with a better way of solving that issue, just to replace them. Obviously, deep cleaning the M3. I have already deep cleaned the interior. I'm going to deep clean the exterior. I have a wrap over there, so M3 is going to be drastically changing color, but for that we're going to have to clean it, polish it, buff it, just to prepare it for wrapping. And then new lights, I have gotten some mods. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen, but obviously under the hood will also have to be cleaned up. From maintenance, we also have our hydraulic hoses for steering. I'm going to do a video on Vanos spring covers because we got them from a special company. Shout out to Ventrax Motorsport, which I should get. within the next few days. We might replace the valve covers. I'll have to see, get the N or W, I believe they are, in order to make the underbay look better. Not sure if we're going to get around to the plenum. And I'm low-key changing the camera position just to keep this video more interesting because of the unfortunate weather conditions, which weren't meant to even happen. But yeah, like the point that I've already discussed is a daily. So this year I also want to get a daily, not only another sports car, but also actually one thing. So a lot of the mods that are left on the M3, they are more time consuming, and obviously it's very hard to keep a car as a daily and do more time consuming mods. For example, the headlights, to modify them, we need to remove the bumper. Obviously the wheels, we're going to have to remove the fender covers. I think you need to remove the intake to get to just the lights. Now split the lights up. We're going to be painting some elements, obviously putting in a special part, gluing them together, putting it back onto the M3. It is time consuming, so it's very hard to do that on a daily, which is why I think that having another sports car to make videos on is going to drastically help. But also a daily is well needed, because so many more times I rather not take the M3 out, but a daily. And as I've said, year 3 is going to be very interesting depending on how many miles we will do with the M3 this year. If not, year 4 is going to be a lot more interesting. But I think this was a shorter video, but I just wanted to share my thoughts on the ownership of the M3. Again, even for myself, it was nice to go back to the 1-year ownership, listen to myself talk about it, and then see how much, like, my opinion on the ownership of the M3 change. Hasn't changed for the worst. I still am not going to sell this car because it is an absolute joy to drive, but there are so many kind of other things to consider. Bit of a shorter video, but drop a comment down below on your thoughts of the ownership of the M3. Let me know how long have you had it for. Let me know if you want to get an M3 and what you think that the ownership of the M3 is going to be like. So when you get it, you can come back to this video, read what you wrote, and then see if it did match or not. But it's still raining. We're gonna go outside to do the outro just to make this video look better. Hello from the outside, still raining, but I hope your week was going great. I hope the next one will go even better. M3, so many more plans for it. New car, possibly starting the search next month. Hopefully you will also enjoy the new car, but again, hopefully I've enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you in my next one. Take care, and to the next one. Bye bye. M3. Look at me.